Today I promise to teach you about the 5 components that make growth. I'm going to exit this talk with empowering you to look at opportunities in terms of this 5-component growth framework, and then how to use that framework to convert the opportunity into a successful entrepreneurial experience. Growth in form of this 5-component framework is actually a serum. A serum, the more you feed from it, the more it will drive successful outcome and impactful change. Let's hear more. My name is Nishi Bhonsle. I am a Senior Director of Engineering at Salesforce and proud founder of Nishi Club. Nishi Club is focused on a holistic lifestyle customized to your needs based on the 4 pillars of quality of sleep, controlled stress, food is fuel, and regular physical exercise. To sum it all and simply put, a well-rounded, sustainable, healthy, youthful, long life. All right, so let's get back to that 5-component growth framework I talked to you about earlier. It's rather simple. I call it the tipsy serum. T, take the opportunity when it presents itself with the potential to bring an impactful change. B, bring that change in you first, then in your house, then in your community, followed by the neighborhood. S, speak and share about that change vehemently in social media settings. I, immerse in continued and rapid feedback. And lastly, E, enjoy every step of that change process, even the challenging bits. Success is delivered when growth happens in these small, measurable, impactful increments of change. Progress is certain as failure is imminent, like the stepping stones on the path to progress. 2 steps ahead, 1 step back, as you iterate through the continued feedback and re-evaluate through the change process. If the opportunity has potential, combined with feedback and measurements, your impact will be delivered and the change will be seen. But first, like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. So I'm going to tell you a short story and we'll dwell on that a little bit. It's a lovely Saturday morning in San Ramon. I'm at the local San Ramon Farmers Market in the bread and the pastry aisle. And I find many families with and without young kids shopping for chocolate chip cookies, sugar-coated donuts, Nutella-laden waffles, all kinds of croissants and yummy treats. 2 weeks later, I'm at the same spot and notice the same scene. As I dwell on this further, I cannot but stop imagining what the cookie and donut does to an individual's health. How much effort it's required to burn off the calories of that cookie and the donut. And as you can imagine, the donut takes the cake. Yes, twice or thrice the amount of effort required to burn the calories. And if you paid quick attention to the amount of sugar in that cookie and the donut, and then take a look at what the American Heart Association recommends. I'm just going to quickly pause here. You see that what they recommend quickly adds up with just some basic things we do on a daily basis. So now, when you indulge in that cookie and that donut, that's definitely 100% more than the recommended amount of sugar you should be consuming on that day or on a daily basis if that's what you do. So that led me to believe that we as a tribe are consuming much more than what's recommended in terms of sugar. And that, in my opinion, is probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, hurdles in our way to lead that well-rounded, sustainable, healthy, youthful, and long life I mentioned to you earlier. So I'm going to tell you another story, how my journey started. Roll back 10 years, I'm at Portland Open. Yes, I'm a ballroom dancer. It's 7 a.m. I've had really good breakfast. I'm ready with my makeup, hair, costume, the works. I've done this before. I've been dancing all over the US. I know the drill. At about 11 a.m., 20 rounds of dancing later, I'm drained. I'm almost a train wreck. I'm exhausted. I feel I need to go check in the hotel room and just take a break, but I can't. I still have rounds to dance. I don't know what's going on. So 2 years later, I'm at the New York Dance Festival, and I find myself pulling my application out of that competition because I'm unable to keep up to the rounds of dancing. I'm unable to keep up to the rehearsals and the trainings leading up to the competition. Maybe it's my age. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I should stop doing this. There's a ton of self-doubt that came to me at that moment. I asked my teacher. He said, no, you're fine, keep going. But I couldn't fool myself. I knew there was something up. Long story short, I take 8 months break from dancing, and I spend the time transforming my diet and exercise routines. And I get certified as a personal trainer, a nutritionist, and a wellness consultant with the American Fitness Professionals and Associates. I find myself with a better looking athletic body, clothes fitting rather brilliantly, a ton of stamina, a ton of performance endurance, a ton of energy that my friends and colleagues just couldn't stop noticing. I got so many inquiries, they wanted help. So after speaking to a good friend, I launched Glamour Niche. Glamour Niche was a private Facebook community for those women who had those inquiries. They wanted help. So I helped them pro bono to get their diet and exercise routines fixed. But Glamour Niche was also a platform where I was trying to bring my personal style and make it comfortable and fashionable for the women who were there with me. So little did I realize that while I was at an engineering leadership job, a full-time job, I had let my desire, my passion, convert into a transformational change for me, and then find the potential for it to become a transformational change for others in the community. So, Food Fitness Fashion was born 8 years ago while I was vacationing at Cozumel, Mexico. That was my next step. I just wanted a platform with a laser-sharp focus on providing custom health and fitness plans to men and women and everyone alike, the ones who wanted to change their lifestyle to that well-rounded, sustainable, healthy, youthful, long life. So coming back to that tipsy serum, a Stanford research shares that less than 20% people at any point in time have a single identifiable passion. During that research that covered people up to 27 years of age, 8 out of 10 people said, there is a lot of things I want to do and that I'm interested in. So I'm going to flip the question and ask all of you, because I see a lot of you in that age group here. What do you do with your interests? Are you interested in a lot of things? Do you ignore them or do you channel them? What do you do? Well, channeling your interest just got a lot more easier if you remember the tipsy serum, the growth framework I talked to you about. T, take the opportunity coming from your desire. I was talking about channeling your interests, right? And taking the tipsy serum, or the 5 components of that growth framework, to find that interest. So we talked about taking the opportunity to find the interest, and then find the potential for that interest to become an impactful change. Bringing that change in you first, then taking it to your household, spreading it to the community, and then your town. Sharing and speaking about that change vehemently in a social setting, immersing in continued and rapid feedback, and then not to forget, enjoying every step of that change process, even the challenging bits. So Jenny was saying earlier, life is not a comfort-centric experience, it's a growth-centric experience. And growth only happens when your inward desires are shared with the community to find the potential impact they can bring. Growth also happens when your success is built with like-minded people being a part of your journey as contributors and partners. Growth also happens when your business becomes a part of other businesses and you all uplift each other in that process. So I followed these 3 laws of growth, and I took food, fitness, fashion and gave it to a woman-run digital platform business in Fremont, California, run by Katya Juliet, and she gave food, fitness, fashion a beautiful facelift. Nishi Club was born, and I couldn't be any more proud of that. She also has a very small handmade jewelry business that she started in the pandemic, and I was very happy to use my platform to promote her business because that was one of my values. A year ago, I spoke to an independent digital marketer in New York, Kayla Boylan, and invited her to spread the message of my business online. I don't know what I can do without her today. She's an essential part of my business. A year and a half ago, I spoke to Harv Singh, who's the coordinator of the San Ramon Farmers Market and the Livermore Farmers Market. And he saw the potential of what I was trying to bring to the local residents of San Ramon, and he gave me the opportunity to bring my products to the San Ramon Farmers Market. F3 Fuel was born. I am so happy that today when you stop by at the San Ramon Farmers Market, you have a healthy line of products at your disposal. F3 Fuel provides you snacks that are sweet and savory, and now it leads the path to the healthy, sustainable, well-rounded, youthful long life. Thank you to all the partners. Thank you to all the contributors who have been on this journey with me, for F3 Fuel wouldn't be there without you. Well, you already saw my passion come through in this talk, and I'm going to quickly tell you why I'm passionate about what I do and why I do it so much coming from inwards. If you see this chart, poor nutrition and lack of physical exercise are top 2 of the 4 lifestyle risks for chronic diseases in our nation today. And I am just glad that I have a small incremental opportunity in San Ramon to be able to reduce or impact of those 2 top things in my own little way. Again, I find success in finding this platform to talk to you about this change. I find success in bringing you F3 Fuel. I find success in bringing people to the transformation, through that transformation with custom meal and health plans. That's success for me. If this success and this growth framework has sparked some interest in you, then that's your calling. Recognize it. Let me be the rainbow in your cloud. Together we can drive impact. Michael Dell said, you don't have to be a visionary or a genius or a college grad with a high GPA to be successful. All you need is a framework and a dream. I've given you a framework today because my dream, as it stands in front of you, I feel a very powerful entrepreneur with a small incremental step of finding that inner passion and letting it drive through the potential of creating a wider impact. So if we can go over that growth framework again, because I'm sure all of you sitting here are thinking of, oh my gosh, the idea I had when I was in the bath last night, okay, maybe I can use this particular framework to give it a direction. So, T. B.
Bring the change.
That's a big one. S.
Speak and share.
That's really big. I.
Immerse.
Great. And the last one I'd like to say, enjoy. Enjoy every step of that change process, even the challenging bits. Success is delivered when growth happens in these small, incremental, measurable impacts of change. 2 steps ahead, 1 step back, as you evaluate with feedback and measurements. Progress is certainly going to happen, as failures will, because they are the stepping stones to progress. If that opportunity has potential, you will see the impact and you will see the change. I leave you with saying that you are yet to see the absolute best version of yourself. Recognize your true calling. Recognize your interests. Lead with example. Take ownership. Invite the community to be a part of your journey and bring bigger impact together. Faisal Kosha, a very renowned educator, mentor, and author, once said, "Our story may have multiple endings, but its start is a singular choice we make today." And that story, my friends, is about to start here, right now. Woo!